All right, so I'm going to explain to you what you're going to be doing next. This lesson is going to help you visualize and experience all the different changes and processes that rocks can go through. You're going to be using the next slides that are available for you on Schoology in the Rock Transformations unit to fill out pages 80 and 81 of your notebook. Although it references you going to different stations in the room, you're not going to be doing that. Instead, you're going to be staying at your desk, working with the people that are next to you, as well as using these Google Slides to get all the different information that you are going to need. Each of the stations that's on here represents a different process. So if you're at station F, the process there is subduction. If you are at station A, the process is weathering. If you are at station D, the process is compaction and cementation. I'm going to walk through a couple different examples of how this is going to work. Your starting material, if you look at your worksheet on page 80, it tells you to circle one. You can choose any of the different starting materials, and you are starting at station A. So for my example, I am going to choose starting as igneous rock, and over here I'm going to mark that I'm starting at station A. The next thing that I'll do is scroll down to the station A card. Here, the process that I go through is weathering, and I know that because it says it up at the top. So in my process section, I'm going to write down weathering. Then I have to think for a little bit. I started as an igneous rock, and I just went through the process of weathering. What rock material am I going to become? Well, I know that weathering breaks down rocks into smaller pieces of sediment, so I'm going to become sediment. After I filled in that whole row, I'm going to take the dice and I'm going to roll it. So let's pretend that I rolled a 3. Right here, if I rolled a 3, it says I am transported downhill and I need to go to station D. So I'm going to click right there, and it's actually going to prompt me to go to station D, and it'll take me directly to that slide. If that's not working for some reason, you can also just click on the different slides until you find the correct letter. So at station D, I'm going to record that on my worksheet that I'm now at station D, and the process that I'm going through now is compaction and cementation. So I'm going to record that. Compaction and cementation. So now let's kind of reflect on where we've gone. We started as igneous rock. We went through the process of weathering and became sediment. Then we went through the process of compaction and cementation. At this point in time, we know that after sediment is compacted and cemented together, it becomes sedimentary rock. Once again, I've filled out that row completely, so I get to roll the dice again. All right, this time I rolled a 5. So from here, I am going to double check that I'm at the correct station slide, which I am, so I'm still on D. 5 tells me that I'm now underground, and so I'm going to go to station E. So I'm going to click there, jump to E, verify that it took me to the right spot, and it did. All right, so station E. I am now going through the process of uplift. Very interesting. So station E, uplift. This is one of our newer terms. So it says I'm going to be pushed upward toward the surface of Earth. A sedimentary rock that is pushed upwards towards the surface of Earth. This is a tricky one. But you have to think, if a sedimentary rock is getting lifted upwards toward Earth, that means at one point that it was actually inside of the Earth. And in order to be inside of the Earth, it had to have undergone heat and pressure and subduction and became a metamorphic rock. It's a tricky one. That hopefully gives you a general idea of how this is going to work. You're going to have 15 minutes to get through as many of these as you can on page 80 and 81. And then you'll have another video where I teach you how to map out all of the different ways that your rock was transformed.